how unusual is it to be playing a team for the first time this late in the season? And I don't know if irony is the right word, but the fact that these games are so important against said team.
Yeah, it's different. Every once in a while, I mean, it seems like every year you have somebody you don't play till late, but I don't think I've ever had anybody where I play all the games against them. You know, like 3 games in a matter of 10 days, like maybe in April or something you played them this year, but not everything in May. I mean, it's strange. Yeah.
As far as defending Steph Curry, it's been a monumental task for all NBA teams this year. But is it more difficult having to come out and pick him up basically when he crosses midcourt, or is it trying to shadow him without the ball?
It's both. I mean, the guy is obviously a great ball handler, great with the ball, shoots it off the dribble, extremely deep range, and he might move better without the ball than anybody in the game. So it is a tall task guarding him. And, you cannot relax ever, not for a count at all. So it's a tough task.
Stan, do you have any update on Steven Adams' status for tonight?
He won't play.
I wanted to ask you about Billy too. Just what have you thought about his fit offensively next to the starters these past couple games?
No, Billy's a really good offensive player. He's going to fit with anybody because, he can catch, he can pass, he can make shots, he finishes around the basket. He's really, really smart. So, Billy's a good fit.
And you talked about it a little bit, but how unique does it make Steph with the fact that he has so much movement off the ball and you have to be so attentive to him even when he doesn't have the ball running off all of those screens and stuff like that?
I mean, look, the guy's one of the best, if not the best players in the NBA. He's been doing this for a lot of years. I mean, and listen, the chemistry between he and Draymond Green is unbelievable. I mean, they've really got a nice feel. And I think that, Steph's obviously great, but with Draymond and the feel they have for each other, it makes it really, really tough.
Hey Stan, does it have sort of a playoff feel to you though, or can you kind of feel the importance of what this is and the team? Have you relayed that over to the team?
Well, I mean, I don't need to relate anything to the team. They know. I mean, they're not unaware. We know what's at stake. So it's obviously really, really important. Playoff feel, I think, is probably going a little bit too far. I mean, playoffs are just a different animal, but this is as close as you get probably in the regular season. Well, maybe not quite as close. You might get down to a 1-game do or die situation, but it's important. Yeah, it's important. So we all know that. They know that. So let's get out there and play.
Hey, Coach. For most of the season, you've been the slower paced team in the league, but in April, I noticed that you finished 3rd in pace. Was that by design? Is there a reason for that, or is that just something out of the ordinary?
It actually surprises me. I hadn't seen that. As you know, I'm not a big fan of the pace stat. I don't think it really signifies a lot. We always talk about trying to play with pace and running. I think we're at our best when we get out and run, particularly on misses. But I wasn't aware of the stat, and we're not trying to do anything differently than we did the rest of the year.